This is the part of the application people start to spiral. They feel very chaotic, everything is messy, they are searching social media, they're searching every blog, every article, asking 20 different people for their tips and opinions, and they become so overwhelmed, they don't even know where to start. They become trapped in this information overload and they feel stuck. And I get it, it makes sense. I want to help you remain as calm and strategic as possible by giving you tips, by giving you strategies, giving you 5 sample ways you could structure your LOM, and helping you with my guidance and my experience going through the process and also winning over 6 figures in scholarships. The motivation letter is not just a formality. It's your chance to tell the selection committee why you want to join this program, why you're the right candidate, and how the program fits into your long-term goals. So keep in mind specificity. Being specific is critical throughout your entire application, but especially in the LOM. Notice that I'm referring to the program. Your LOM can not only be focusing on why you want to join Erasmus Mundus or why you want or need a scholarship or that you want to travel for free. Believe me, I've seen that in the letters of motivation, and that's basically an automatic rejection if you say, I just want to travel for free. You need to explain why you are applying to this program and vice versa, why they should select you among hundreds or thousands of other applicants. I can't tell you how many letters I have read that are extremely vague and the applicant just copied it across different programs and only changed the program name. It's very easy to tell. Don't do that. A strong motivation letter can make or break your application. Many applicants have similar GPAs and backgrounds, but it is the motivation letter that sets them apart. The letter is also giving the selection committee a glimpse into not only what you write, but how. Not just the content and material that you put in, but the words, how you write it, the packaging, how persuasive you sound, and the flow of your ideas. Remember, at the master's level, an important skill is being able to articulate yourself and give reasoning and give evidence. The LOM is not just a transcript of like a TED talk. It is very concrete and strategic. You know what the goal is, you know what your objective is, and what you want out of this process. These are common thoughts and statements I hear all the time. First, I want to say it is extremely normal to go through these emotions. Maybe you are feeling anxious or stressed or confused. All of these are totally okay and make sense. The letter of motivation, I would argue, is the most important part of your application because every applicant will be different. What I write is going to be different from what you write, even if we had the same GPA and CV and accomplishments. It's also very subjective. And this is where applicants start to feel very anxious because the LOM is up to interpretation. Your transcripts are numerical and solid. You can't change them. Your CV is professional and factual. Whereas with the letter of motivation, that is the one space where you have full control. You can share your story and you need to sell yourself. Keep that in mind. This is a question that I get asked all the time. What do selection committees want? What are they looking for? What do I need to include? I can only speak from what I know, which is my own experience going through this process, my experiences applying to other scholarships and opportunities, and the information and knowledge I have from other people. I've also studied a lot of the information out there, and I've noticed the themes and the patterns that come up through the admissions process. So what I've done here is present to you the 4 aspects or components I believe selection committees want to see. They're not the only ones, there could be more. These could be modified in different ways, but these for me are like the highlights. They are the main things you really want to include in your LOM and throughout your application. Check the program's admissions page if there are specific topics you need to discuss or if there are questions you need to answer in your letter of motivation. Every year, there are applicants who quickly skim the program's requirements and the admissions requirements, and they write whatever LOM they feel makes sense or is correct, and they are rejected, but they don't understand why, because they say, I have a great GPA, I have a good CV. Well, you missed the requirements. So don't do that. You need to check the admissions page. I have a tracker that you can use. I'll link that video there. I explain in that video why it's so important to use some way to organize yourself as you go through the Erasmus Mundus process and as you gather all the information for your various programs. So check out that video. You can use that tracker. If you don't want to use that tracker, that's okay. Find a method that works for you. These are the 4 themes that you really should speak on in your LOM. I did it in my application. The first is clarity of motivation. So why this program? Why now? Why you? If those questions aren't really answered, the selection committee is going to wonder, does this applicant even want to be a part of this network, or they're just randomly applying to 40 other programs and don't actually care? You really need to explain why this program, why now, why you. Second, relevant academic and professional background. How does your background align with the program? So you want to be connecting things that you have previously done. It could be part of your undergraduate degree, it could be a job, an internship, but they want to know that you have the background to be successful in this program. This is especially important if you are pivoting fields. If you are going from an undergraduate degree in psychology and you are applying now to public health or public policy, I can understand that there is some overlap there, but you would really want to emphasize in your LOM that you have the skills and the background that will help you be successful in the master's program. The selection committee might wonder, why is this student not applying to a master's in psychology or social work or family therapy, for example? So you want to give them that knowledge and that understanding that you are prepared to enter in this type of program and your background has given you those skills. Not all of them, of course, because that would be impossible, but some. Third, alignment with program goals. This means you need to be talking about the future. So the LOM is not just a summary of your life or a biography. A lot of people mess up. They use, for example, 500 words, and they are using 400 of those words to talk about, this is what I did when I graduated university, then I moved here, then I got this job, then I got this award. The letter of motivation is not a biography. It's a letter of motivation. Make sure that your LOM is covering these aspects, okay? Fourth, international mindset and adaptability. Erasmus Mundus values cross-cultural experience and global thinking. It is one of the only scholarship programs out there that require you to move to not just one country, but different countries or different cities. If you don't have that international mindset or cultural competency or adaptability in your application, the selection committee might wonder, are you prepared for the realities of moving around? Has the student worked with people from other cultures, from other perspectives, from other countries? If you feel, okay, I don't have any international experience, I've never worked with people from other cultures, I guess I shouldn't apply. Don't stress too much yet. I have a video that covers 10 ways you can improve your Erasmus Mundus profile and application. So check that out. I'll link it as well.